Pirating is back, my friends. Swashbuckling adventure on the high seas. The stuff we've all dreamed about. Just picture it, guys. Clear blue water with Skull Islands. Waterfalls and jeweled treasure underneath. Whoa.
Whoa. Picture it, because Vinny is taking care of that shit. He launched Shadow of the Kraken today. It's already doing very, very well. Thank you all very much. Vinny, how's it going, my man?
Yes, man, absolutely, and thank you, everybody. Indeed, doing great today. I'm very happy and excited. I'm glad that people are jumping on board. You know, all the puns. Throw all the puns in there. I don't care. It's going to be a fun adventure.
Yeah, there's puns everywhere. And what's up, Michael? Good to see you again, man.
It's great to be here. I love the metal. I mean, it's like double metal with your intro and Vinny's as well. It's a good way to kick off a show.
Yeah, man, got to get the testosterone levels up, you know.
Yeah.
Before we come on here and bring them down. That's a joke. Everyone knows it.
We're all tired, but we do have high tea.
Absolutely. We got What About in the chat. Good to see you, my man. How's it going? Pale Rider is here. This is perfect timing. This lap dance should be over by then. Good. I don't know. There's a part of me that hopes it is, and there's a part of me that hopes it's not. We got Apollo Patriot in the house. What's up, my man? Says hail Greek mythology, and I love my blue Twi'lek women. I love Hera from Rebels. I simp for Bo-Katan. Oh shit. Wait a minute. This is a revelation right here. This is breaking news. Apollo Patriot is interested in a human woman. Edwin's here. Good to see you, my man. He's going to be launching toward the end of the month. We're going to have him on for that. Rich Cook's in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Rich Cook's been seeing a lot of Rich Cook lately, and it's great to see you, man.
Awesome.
Mogwai's here as well. How you doing? Bite Me says, "Arg!" Something to that effect. Carl Foster's here. He says, "Trump Army." What's up, my man? Katie's in the house. Yeah, she's going to bed very soon, so she can't be here, but that's all good. I'm glad you're in the chat. She says, "Oh, the owner of the Bancroftian Gradient is here." Yes. Would you like to speak to that, Michael?
I'm at a loss. I vaguely remember that on the show, the Bancroftian Gradient.
Well, I think maybe you should look into that a little more, because that's something you can totally brand and make your own.
Yeah, it's more marketable than Liam's title for you.
Well, I guess it depends on your audience, I suppose. Well, let's hear as well. Good to see you. If you want to jump on, I'll throw a link over there. Jason Black is here as well. He says, "I like the way the chat appears on screen. What is this? Did YouTube update?" No, it's actually a StreamYard update. So
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of
it happened a couple of days ago. I haven't tried it out yet, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think I might have to switch to it.
I like it. Yeah, because I did have the the thing with the little jigger, on the left hand side and the black. But yeah, I kind of like this because the old bubbles were kind of big and in the way. This isn't so bad.
Yeah, it's very slick.
Quite slick. So Vinny, man, tell us a little bit about Shadow of the Kraken.
Yeah. Again, this is the pirate book everybody's been wanting. We launched it today. This is a journey that's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, you're going to see a lot from these characters. The main character is Nathaniel James Callan. He's one who's depicted there in the window you're looking at. But yeah, this guy was part of the Royal Navy. He defected. He left them and he turned to piracy. And you're going to find out why in this book as well. There's also a survivor that he ends up becoming friends with, and it's kind of sort of his shipmate, I guess you would say, quote unquote. This chick, Anne Galway, and you're gonna find out what happened with the two of them and kind of what transpired around all this stuff. But this is a story that's going to be going on. You're going to be taking on a really good adventure right off the bat. I mean, we're going to hit these beautiful places. You're going to see, the treasures that they're getting, what their purposes, what's driving them to, why they even turn to piracy, what they're doing while they're there. and kind of who's pursuing them as well. You know, is a very ruthless, mysterious man. The villain of this book is going to be like, you know, one of those major assholes. Like, I don't know if people are going to be rooting for him at a certain point, or they're just going to loathe him from the start.
Well, you know, that's kind of a strange parallel to our guest right now, Liam. What's up, man?
Did someone say major asshole? I think I was just summoned here from the moon base or something. How's everyone doing?
Hey, Liam.
Good, pretty good.
How what's been going on? So we've got Shadow the KRAKEN here. How many people in the chat have already bought it? Hit me with the one in the chat if you've already bought the book.
I think it's a pretty good number of them. There's a lot of them that were over on my stream earlier today, and yeah, like I said, we're doing great for day one. You know, I'm very happy about it, especially during all the crazy fucking times right now with the COVID and everything else. The support is just, you know, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Look at that, back at 28.
Is that your bad guy there with the thing over his eye?
Yeah. That's him. Yeah. There's gonna be some.
Can you tell us a little bit about him, Vinny, or not too much?
Not too much. I'm keeping kind of a little bit more mysterious in the first issue, but towards the end of it, you're gonna know a little bit more about him. But there's kind of a crucial scene near the end of the book where that's why I can't really get too into it. But yeah, he is going to be pursuing them, and there's going to be some other kind of twists and turns along the way with all of that.
Hey, Vinny, shut up! Look at the blood on the sword. Can you zoom in on that?
I can attempt to. Sometimes it gets a little funky, but we'll give it a shot.
Look at the detailing, like yeah, you're gonna have to move around. Like, look at it's like everything is a painting. Like every single page is like a painting.
Because it is, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Has anyone here ever been stabbed in the armpit? Because that just strikes me as awfully painful.
Yeah. And there's a lot of there's a lot of
vicious.
there's a lot of important fucking stuff there. So that goes straight into the lung, you know, like not happy.
That's
But
right.
yeah, look at the actual blood effect, like the way that he's got the steel, you've got the light reflecting a little bit there. And these are sort of lower resolution than what they would be if you would look at them with the human eye, of course. But like you can see the sort of the way the liquid is moving is very natural as it pushes through the body. You've got just the right amount of sort of orange dash there, sort of, you know, in the sort of speed lines a bit, you know, in the background, so that it's not pulling away from the actual action itself. Vinny is one of the greatest artists in independent comics, you know, even if that guy lying there dead appears to be Ginger, I think. But I will say
nice
that was done on purpose, Liam.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, it seems.
Hey, well, look on the bright side. It was either he dies or he gets replaced with an African American.
Yeah, if he sticks around too long, he'll take over. So I guess you got to purge him out, you know.
Yeah.
I love the design on the belt, you know, and I love the little details, like he's got the little cross hanging there, you know, like it's very it's all very stylized. There's a quiet strength that's conveyed in the protagonist, which that level of sort of testosterone and masculinity we rarely see anymore, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's
fantastic.
Liam's got a great eye. He's got a great eye for the details. Yeah, because this stuff, I've been developing it, like I said, the characters, the designs and everything for like 3 years ago. I really wanted to make sure that this world was built in a very solid way that's tangible. Like when you're reading this, you're going to be totally immersed in it.
Look at the sword hilt. A lesser artist would have just made that a round sword hilt, but Vinny put extra etching and detail around the edge of the blade. Oh, not the edge of the blade, the edge of the hilt, you know, to sort of stylize it more, to make it more realistic.
Yeah.
The guard. Not the hilt, the guard, exactly. Yeah, thank you. The hilt's the where you hold it. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. Vinny is absolutely fantastic. And this is the kind of book where whereas your normie friends might sort of turn up their nose at your superhero books, they're gonna if you sit this on the coffee table, they're gonna sit there and flip through it without batting a second eye. You know what I mean? No one's gonna give you shit about this. That's right. Even people that aren't really comic people are going to be able to pick this up, you know, and be impressed by it. So if you know, an older readers, of fiction, they're probably going to be attracted to this kind of thing because it sort of speaks to a sort of an honest savagery and a what's
Brutality?
brutality. Brutality is not really the word I am looking for, though. It's sort of the story itself is without ruining anything for any of the readers. It's I guess you could say it's very classical. It's very classical in its in the way it's done. So it's classy. And I mean, again, look at this. These aren't just cool pictures. This is full scene building, world building. And it's almost like a little bit of a blend of sort of romance and violence, and on the savage sea. It's great.
I think so. I think there should be a nice balance between that stuff. And since we're dealing with this kind of thing, there is a bit of a romantic nature to, I would say, some pirates, right? At least I think for the female audience as well. Like, there's something that's really great about having that heroic kind of guy and what he's doing, what's motivating him. But yeah, I have touches of that all over the place. I have, like I said, just the beautiful places we're going to be traveling to. And you're going to see some very cruel things happening from the villain side of things as well. What some of the other characters went through, because I did want to make sure that I was getting pretty accurate to kind of what was happening around the time as well, between slavery as well, and the ones who were freed or the ones who were respected. Some were still very shunned or beaten and all this other stuff. So there's a fine line I'm trying to not to cross over either. Like Liam said, we're keeping it classy. We got to keep it.
Yeah, it's classy. It's that's the thing too. Like, and I mean, I've told this story before, and it's Red's show, so I won't dominate it too much. But I said to Vinny when he first sort of was telling me what he was doing, he told me that he was doing a pirate book, and I was like, "What the fuck you mean you're doing a pirate book? Like, what are you doing? Like, how much of this is done? How much of this have you already got done? Can you backpedal?" I said, Disney's already done it. You're going to be competing with $1 million marketing machine, and everyone's going to think Pirates of the fucking Caribbean. Like, it's played out. Like, what are you fucking doing? So if you're sitting there in the audience and you're thinking the same thing, I understand. I do. But then Vinny, he showed me the art. He told me a bit about the story, and I was like, oh, holy shit. No, this is actually really fantastic. And I said I was an asshole. I was a dickhead. I'm sorry.
See, I told this story over my stream earlier today, and it's confirmed.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Like, everyone knows what an imposing dickhead I am. You've seen that. I've been here for all of 5 minutes, and you've already seen it. But
it's not the imposing dickhead nature. There's a genuine quality to everything that you're about. From the moment that I first met you years ago up until everything you've been doing now, you've been true blue all the way. You say it how I say it as well, man. We just spit it out because I think that's the way to be, man. None of these bullshit games or anything.
Don't you mean true orange?
True orange.
Yeah.
I want everyone. Dinky die, amen, brother. I just want everyone to do their best and do really well. So we're at a sort of mission critical point in the industry right now, and I don't know if the fans realize this, but I mean, there's a war on the creative industry right now. In addition to what's going on in the mainstream, we talk about Marvel and the dinosaur comic book industry imploding, but there's a bunch of people buying up everything, and the indies are the last place we really have a chance to tell truly innovative and creative stories without people sort of breathing down our necks and telling us what we can and cannot express in our art. So when you're actually when you're supporting these projects, whether it's Xenotype, The Lucent, or here today, with Shadow the Kraken, I mean, even Red Gaze's novels, there's an essence of it in that as well. These are
even books.
No,
pictures.
Even words.
They're good too.
No, I'm serious. Like, these are there's a spirit of rebellion here. It's a spirit of creativity, pioneering spirit, innovation. And it's our chance to really to make our mark and say the things that other people are too afraid to say, and tell the stories that other people are too afraid to tell. And when you're backing these books, that's what you're getting. You're getting forbidden content, stuff that the mainstream industry covets or would police into garbage, but you're getting it raw and true and honest directly from us to you, and that's what's gonna be the next creative wave here.
You said it, man. You said it perfect.
Show.
And yeah, it is the truth.
Scrolling through here, I noticed you don't have any of these gingers getting pummeled scenes on the main page. Was that to save Liam's feelings?
That was special for the trailer. We wanted to make sure that was showcased properly in the moving pitches.
This is terrible. This is terrible. You're gonna hurt my heart. You're gonna hurt my heart, man.
You know what I'll do? I'll have to draw somebody in a future page with a mohawk getting. Is that better?
So Red, when Vinny first came to you with this project, right? Because we behind the scenes, for those of you, I hope there's plenty of ginger deaths. There's Andino. Well, thanks, Andino, man. But yeah, but the ginger side is everywhere I look. But yeah, when Vinny, we've known behind the scenes, Vinny's been working on this for a really long time, right? So we've seen bits here and there. When he first came to you, what was your overall interpretation and experience of this project?
Mine was somewhat similar to what yours. I had my doubts about a pirate book as well, but yeah, Vinny came to me and gave me some story details and started showing me pages, and yeah, because I'm not somebody who would probably normally back a pirate book, but even if this wasn't Vinny, like I'd be all over this shit because it just looks amazing. The story sounds intriguing. It sounds like something that's gonna just suck you in and keep you there. So yeah, I'm all about this. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've been all about it the whole time. Because yeah, Vinny will tell you, it's like pirates. You sure about that?
Yeah, no, I know how it is, and that's the thing. I've been a major fan of like pirates and that kind of whole world and Blackbeard and all that kind of stuff since I was a kid, and I never saw it depicted like really, really well. The closest was that Star Show, Black Sails, but other than that. I think it's kind of sloppy.
I love the old uniforms and stuff that you used to get. Like there were this old, like I'll save this for another stream, but one of my childhood films that I always used to watch as a kid was Yellowbeard, right? And that was a parody of these old pirate films, right? That were pretty common back in Britain at the time, and they had all of these beautiful uniforms and this sort of stylistic sort of, it wasn't just like people in old wet gear like you see in all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. There was like a level of like military order and almost it, and you don't see that very much anymore. But when I saw what you're doing here, I saw that same thing. Like I saw the red coats, I saw the sort of like, it felt like piracy. It felt like the high seas again. And it took me back to a point in my mind that I was like a child, you know?
Oh, I love that. I love that. And what Lola said too, the best pirate book ever.
Ever.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's my goal with this, man. I want to be able to tell a proper story that people are going to be like, all right, this is fucking good, you know? Because, I mean,
can you scroll down just half an inch, please, there, Red Gaze? Just for the audience, just there. Did you guys see how the sun against the sails casts over the ship, and then the ship casts out like the Kraken's tentacles in front of it, like in the water? Did you guys see that?
I did.
Yeah, it's badass. Sorry, go on. I was being rude, but it's just cool.
It's those little details that really make things shine.
Yeah, and like I said, this whole book is going to be peppered with really great stuff like that. And like I said, a keen eye is going to spot some really cool stuff and maybe some Easter eggs, because like I told people, all of my projects in Mela Art World, there is a connection between all the books. Some of them are going to be major, some of them are going to be very minor. Like I said, possibly Easter egg type deals. But I want to show that there is some kind of unity between the world that I'm creating. And that's why the look, the aesthetic of everything is at such a high quality, because that's what I want to keep delivering for people time and time again.
Fucking A. So can we actually get the undersea shark thing as a pinup, as a print? Is that what that's saying there?
Yep. Absolutely.
That's the one that, yeah, no, that's a good idea, dude. Because like I love that piece. Like, that'll look good in my room.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Red and I were talking about it when I was showing him some of how I was building up the campaign, and we bounced some ideas off. And he's like, "Oh yeah, these would be great to do as well."
Yeah.
So yeah, man. We're doing, like I said, we're doing some really good stuff, and I want to give a chance for people to really, they have a pretty good selection, I think, of tiers here. I didn't want to overpower anybody with too many. I know, like right as soon as we went live, we had some pretty good sales right off the bat. And then something was pointed out to me that maybe I should add at least one more, because I know I did not have the tier that had both books with the prints. I just had both books. So yeah, so I corrected that. Yeah, that was Blue who pointed that out. I'm like, all right, man, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, so, but yeah, like I said, man, we have really great stuff here, and I want to give people an opportunity to get everything that if we hit those stretch goals that they're able to. If you back it at the 25 level, if you backed it at the higher tiers, 475, whatever, as long as we hit the stretch goals, I want to be able to get everything for everyone. My last campaigns, I had certain limitations because I delivered immediately. As soon as we went in demand, I was able to fulfill like within, that.
I'm going to be getting the exclusive cover. The one that's there now is my favorite. If you just scroll up an inch or so again, just up so we can see the top of the skull. Did you guys notice how Vinny has drawn like this elaborate map, like carved into the skull? Do you see the X and everything, and then see the south? Like, isn't that
giving
cool?
away all the Easter eggs there?
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? Too, I mean, this cover is special for that reason, because this is a crucial part of a story element that's gonna, exceed past issue 1.
Very cool. Right. I actually didn't notice that. So that's.
And you
cool.
see the Liam's Eagle Eye Liam. This is why my artists hate me, but it's also a good asset to have. And you see, like, even on the cheekbone, it looks almost like there's words or numbers carved in there. Like the level of detail Vinny goes into with everything that he's doing, and what you guys might be able to unlock or find or discover just throughout this series itself is it's so rich and full.
Oh yeah, but even the visual of this altogether, like the weight of the treasure that's pulling the skull, the jaw from the top of the skull. And
there's blood running from the mouth, which is that symbolic of something? Like it's
obviously everything I did with this has a purpose and a story behind it. Because everything that I do, I want to make sure, even if it's just a simple image, that there is a story in it. You're going to be able to get a lot from it. The more you look at it, the more you study it.
Vinny,
yeah.
Why is everyone in the chat talking about bulges?
That you have to thank. Katie and Red for.
Oh, wait a minute.
Scotsman.
Wait just a second here. This was Scotsman. What happened was on Vinny's stream.
What happened?
Scotsman, Scotsman has his background while he's coloring. You can see what he's doing behind him. He was coloring Sim's page or cover from that. And as soon as we got on the stream, he zoomed straight into Nat's crotch. So his crotch was right next to Scotsman's face. And so I just had to point out, you realize you have a bulge next to your head right now, Scotsman. That's all. That's all it was.
What he really meant was that Scotsman was on his hands and knees meticulously painting Sim's crotch. And that's what happened. More or less.
I like it.
Whoa. Yeah, more or less.
We're being retarded. No, we love both those guys and the beautiful projects that they have coming out. The Natverse, that's what he was showing off, and yeah, just some really cool stuff. Between what they're working on, we got Ink Spots doing the paints on that project as well. That's going to be killer. But a big shout out to Scotsman too. He was my my number one backer. He was the first guy who jumped in on that. He's been telling me for months. He's like, I want this. I'm going to be number one. Like, he would not stop. I'm like, brother, I love you. You have to fight for it because there's a lot of people who wanted that spot.
You must have had the finger on the button.
I think so, man. Between all the monitors he has on the setup, I thought he's back.
Did you give him the inside track? Did you say, hey, I'm going live right now?
No, I told everybody.
Okay, so it was a fair race.
Fair race, yeah, absolutely fair.
I'm just going to refresh this quick and see if we're over that 4,000 hump. We are not. Liam, this is your fault.
It is. I came and I drove everyone away. What I might do is hold on. I will stream snipers from my channel and then people come over here.
Awesome.
It usually works.
Rich Cook says, I hope this takes a while. I'm already going to shovel snow and get Xenotype and Sunsworn delivered, most likely. I hope so, man. I really do hope so.
Definitely, Xenotype's coming real soon. Like we're just getting them shoved out of the printer into boxes now. They're being shrink wrapped and everything, so should have them real soon. Then they're off to the. Then they're off into. Then I've got to box them up, and then they're off onto the pallets to be shipped out. So I mean, real soon, guys. But the issue is all of these guys are true believers. They've all bought the book. So these are like the 58 people we've got. So we need to get to people that haven't bought the book yet. That's where we need to go next. And the way that we do that is you guys that are in the chat right now, you know, you do us a solid, do us a favor. We need some grassroots power. We need to show that, you know, what a sort of marketing force we are. If everyone heads over to Vinny's Twitter right now and retweets out the same link that Vinny last shared for the project, that would help. If you leave a comment too, like a genuine comment, something you actually like about the project, so that people can see that it's not just blind shilling for the sake of shilling, that'd help. We've got to be able to show that merit and good storytelling and top quality art can succeed and can break $4,000. You know what I mean? Like, we should be able to easily pass the works of someone like Nasser Abadi in one day. You know, if we don't, there's something wrong.
Well, like I said, we started. It's been about 8 hours.
Yeah.
So you know, like I said, this is a fantastic start. Yeah. No, I know launch day for Through the Woods. That was a crazy one, but I think I only pulled in around, what was it, 2,000 or 3,000 for launch day and that, and we saw that became, you know, almost $40,000 on Through the Woods. So you know, I'm very happy so far what we got, what we're doing. Especially again, we know that everything's crazy. A lot of people.
I know, but you're humble and gracious, and I'm greedy. I want more. I want to see it go higher. I
I like how Liam thinks. Liam, you're gonna have to come on all my streams this week.
Well, you can transition to humble and greedy. You know.
Humble and greedy.
I know that Mogwai Centurion's holding off so that he can get a higher tier, which is fucking legend. Thank you, Mogwai Centurion. You won't be disappointed.
Dude,
you will not be disappointed. But okay, so we've been talking about the book for a while, and we don't want to bore everyone. So what else has been going on with you guys? What's been happening? What's been going on? Keep the book up, but what's been going on?
That was everyone's Christmas/New Year's. Anything interesting happened? Bancroft, I know you probably woke up without your pants on.
No, I had a I mean, not really religious. I had a come to Jesus moment, but without the Jesus. I ate way too much on Christmas Day. It was our first ever time hosting it here, and I guess the pressure just got to me. Everyone brought food, and there was so much food, and I felt bad because like they brought so much. I felt compelled to have to eat some. So I ended up chucking it all up. I ate so much. I was like, it was disgusting. So after that, I thought, all right, I got to start eating healthy again. So that was sort of like an early New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Baby Killer Bancroft. Baby Killer Bancroft. May have heard some rumors now. I didn't think there was no way to substantiate them before this moment. You know. But I had heard rumors that you are bulimic.
Bulimic Baby Killer Bancroft. That's the new name. My God.
That was the thing.
The 3 Bs. So is there any truth to, have you been struggling with some body issues?
You know, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to lose like 15 kilos. And that was the start of it. So could be, but I'm hopefully not. It's not a long-term plan. But,
Lola wants to know if it's the fairy bread that did you in.
I abstained from the fairy bread. There was fairy bread on New Year's Eve. Sorry, went to a party at a friend's place, and there was fairy bread on the table. And I normally would partake, but I held strong, and just had a couple of sausages instead.
How do you find that the bulimia impacts your social situations? Like, do you find yourself slipping away to the bathroom,
having to excuse myself and weird sounds? Oh, yeah. There was no hiding it on Christmas Day. Everyone could hear it. It was massive. It was really bad. It's like a wake up call moment.
Just
Welcome
don't.
to-
I was
Welcome
gonna
to
say,
the people.
yeah, don't start cutting and dyeing your hair blue though. Then I'm really gonna worry.
Yeah, please don't.
That's
do
the cool
that.
thing about being on YouTube. People can see, like, if you're descending into some kind of mental illness,
Yeah.
people will see and they'll be able to call you out on it and hopefully help you through it. So this is just the first step.
All right. He acknowledged it. So yeah, step one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm past the denial
yeah.
phase.
Good to see you, Frog G, my man.
Thanks, Frog G. You're awesome, brother. Preston,
yeah.
thanks, man. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I got your book this week as well. I don't know if you saw it. I posted it.
Hey,
on
there's this
Twitter.
guy called Frank in the chat, and he's been fucking stalking me, guys.
Uh-huh.
Like,
It
like,
happens.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified for my life.
Oh, you should be. I mean, look at that killer.
Yeah.
He's a
you know?
dangerous pirate. Watch out.
He comes every time I'm doing a stream or I do a video or something. He comes and says fucking nice things to me, right? I
Yeah, well, there's a long history of people dressing up as clowns and saying nice things to lure in poor, unsuspecting, innocent people. So
Mhm.
you have a
But he's
good
a
reason to be
violent
worried.
pirate.
True. Yeah, but once they cross the line into pirate clowns, then it's time to worry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, pirate clowns.
The stuff of legend.
Yeah, look at this
Ginger Ninja.
nefarious weirdo.
Yeah, that is a great idea. One day I will do a Ginger Ninja book. I'm not even joking. That is marketable.
You at least got to credit Frankie on that. I know you don't want to give him. You don't want to give him a penny. I know you're very stingy, but
Yeah, I am very stingy. Very
at
greedy.
least he deserves a name credit.
Yeah, like Laughley's before me. The power of orange flows through my veins, and I will take everything I can. But I do want to say, like, yeah, for New Year's for me, it was pretty quiet. I had just a pretty chill time. It's fun. What about you, Ray Gaze? What did you get up to?
Extraordinarily quiet. I didn't do much of anything, to be honest, for Christmas.
Does that include crimes? Did you not commit any crimes on New Year's?
Not to my knowledge. I might have crossed some lines that I didn't know existed. You know, because you never know. Because every day we have a new, dictation, a new rule that we're supposed to follow. So I don't know. I kind of hope so. I hope so.
There's dicks everywhere I look lately. You know, it seems to be.
Dicks.
Every time
I think it's a form of psychosis.
Oh.
Every time I go to pee, all I see is nothing but dick. Yeah, no, my holiday was it was on the quiet side too. I mean, plans had to be canceled. One of my cousins, they caught the vid, the Rona, whatever you want to call it. But she's doing all right though. It's been past 10 days, so they said everything's okay. I know there's still some lockdown for I think another couple days, but should be all right. But yeah, I finally I took 2 days off. Actually, I played a video game I haven't touched. I bought it 2 years ago. I haven't been able to touch it until recently. So I had fun with it.
What was that?
The Assassin's Creed, the Greek one, Odyssey.
Oh no, nice,
Fucking awesome. Because Greek mythology has a special place in my heart. I also have a story eventually I'm going to do involving Greek mythology. So that kind of shit just excites me all around.
I've got a Greek mythology. Well, yeah, I'd say it's Greek mythology story coming soon too. I've just haven't lined up the right artist for it, and I haven't had the time to give the proper focus to it. But it won't be anything like what you're going to do, I'm sure. But it's on the table, it's on the books, you know.
Cool, man. Yeah, well, definitely talk to me about it. You know?
I'm
always available for covers.
Yeah, for sure. What about the chat? We're here talking about our fucking New Year's and our Christmas. We're putting our hearts out there. None of you guys are saying anything about yours, you know, like keeping it all to yourselves. Like that's how am I supposed to feel about that? You know, how am I supposed to form a genuine connection with you guys? You know,
that's true. Well, Lilith says 2021 came in and said challenge accepted.
Nice.
Liam wants to touch everyone in the chat right now. So
that's right. I just want to rub my hands all over your face.
I would have rubbed my hands in other places, but all right, the face works too.
Yeah.
Well, Lord Crackhead said, same here, Vinny. The family got together and later found out my sister has it, getting tested tomorrow.
Oh, damn. Well, I hope everything's
Yeah, we had an outbreak here in Melbourne as well. And it's all in the suburbs where I live, surrounding area.
Damn. Did you get tested? Maybe it wasn't the food. Maybe all that bulimia was something else.
Yeah, no, I don't have any symptoms yet, so fingers crossed.
Oh, that's good. Fingers are crossed.
How's the Gestapo situation over there at this point?
It's kicking back up again, but it's been pretty chilled. They didn't relinquish any of the powers; they just stopped enforcing them. But you know, they're ready to go.
Nobody said they were going to reorganize into the First Galactic Republic yet, did they?
Not yet, no.
Okay, just checking.
But you know, I'm keeping a keen eye on it.
Yeah. There's been mention of the First Order.
The First Order, yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. That's not even good storytelling.
Not led by some 20-year-old weirdo.
Before we get too far away, Lord Crackhead, I just want to say my condolences and prayers. I hope that she's going to do all right. I hope you're going to do all right. We live in a scary time, but I hope that you can have fun here and get a bit of a break from all of that shit. Get a bit of an escape here. And Shadow of the Kraken, available now on Indiegogo.
Right now. Calrider is pleading the fifth on this holiday.
Shamelessly. Yeah.
By the way, I think we did cross it.
Did we? Let's have a look.
I got another message. So.
We having some fun?
We
Boom!
did.
Yeah.
There it is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Now you're to where I was on the first day of Xenotype, so you should be able to pass me, no problems.
No problem. In honor of that, we're going to hit that trailer again.
Yeah, we just got to keep that momentum going.
Available now on Indiegogo.
And they asked me, is there going to be ship battles? Ha! Of course. They asked me, is there going to be booty? Hell yeah!
Is there going to be scurvy?
Ooh, that's the question of the day.
They didn't get fresh fruit on those ships, so yeah, possibly. Sorry. We're going to get real. We're going to get real.
Really, really real?
Really.
Scurvy and syphilis. That's what I want in a pirate story.
Well, we are going to be hitting Nassau, and we're going to be hitting the whorehouses and stuff. So, did I say that? Yes. I said that.
Yeah. Well, Frankie said this. I shaved my butt, back, and balls for this launch. Epic trailer.
That's right.
Epic shaving. And Liam, what is this?
Now, some people might wonder what it would look like if Risey Lee and I had a baby. Mixed our DNA into one person. Now, I was going to save it. I was going to save it for my own show. And I might show it again later. But I thought maybe to get some people laughing, get a bit of a distraction, I would share this video. Are you okay with me sharing this video, Red Gaze?
Absolutely. But first, I need to ask, is there actually a demand for that sharing of DNA? this monstrosity that might come into the world and wreak havoc.
Well, it's
Possibly
already
the
here.
Antichrist.
It's already here. It's already here. It's one part Risey, one part Liam. It's sitting there, in a suit. I mean, you got to see it. You got to see it to believe it. You guys ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Ready.
1 minute. You might need.
Michael, now that the referendum's passed, do you think you're going to get invited to any gay weddings?
Huh?
Like any of your friends who married?
Say that again, Kathleen. Now, I'm a bit on the confused, and you're doing me a concern.
Right. Now that the referendum is passed,
Yeah.
yeah, remember we voted. Do you think that you're going to get invited to any gay
Kathleen,
weddings?
there's no gays in Ireland.
What?
You're confused again. You got the misconceptions inside in that chip-like brain you have.
What do you mean?
There's no gays in Ireland.
Of course there
That's
is.
a thing the Americans do have.
Of course there's gays everywhere.
They're not.
What about like Louis Walsh is gay?
He's not gay. He's a singing man.
But he's gay.
He's not. He's a singing man. Some people are singing men.
Brian Kennedy, he's gay.
He likes to do a jig. Is all he likes to do.
He's with men.
He's flamboyant, Kathleen. He's not gay.
Okay, but Graham.
Maybe he was confused, but if he needs a nice woman now, he'll settle down and he'll have children.
I don't think so. Graham
Like
Norton,
the church, Graham Norton is another flamboyant
he's
man.
definitely gay,
He's
and
not
everyone
gay.
knows.
Kathleen, he's not gay. He's an entertaining man. An entertainer, Kathleen. That's what they do. They pretend to be a bit edgy.
But then why did we bother passing the referendum at all?
In case the rich foreign queers come over and we can take their money,
Is
Kathleen.
that it?
That's it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I watched Michael Bancroft become increasingly uncomfortable as the stream went on. That was
Holy hell, that was
That's true. That
fantastic.
happened. I noticed the closed captioning was having some trouble keeping up, but
Yeah.
I am extraordinarily impressed by what
Did well.
did. What it
Did
did.
well.
Yeah, translate.
It went
awesome.
from edgy to AG.
Yep, from AG. Yeah, that's right.
Holy hell.
It's great.
But
Someone sent me that earlier today, and I thought, my God, I've got to show this to the world. The world has to see this.
Jabba the coach says that was gay. Was a little. Jim Cox, what's up, my man? Says the closed captions were not keeping up well. I'm impressed. YouTube closed caption is terrible. We got Henry Fire in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Jay Money's here as well. Good to see everybody. Yeah, we're just out here chilling in the shadow of the Kraken. If you haven't checked it out yet, what are you waiting for? The link is in the description. Check it out. Not only check it out, back it. If you can't back it, share it out. Make sure people know about this fine project. This is Vinny's best work to date, honestly.
Thank you, man. Yeah, and like I said, I'm continuing doing just amazing pages on these. Took a little bit of that holiday break, but yeah, I'm diving back in, getting more pages cranked out. More than half the book is completed. Again, you guys got to also remember, between the time I've been working and developing this, I've been doing freelance work. I've been pushing and setting up the last two campaigns and fulfilling. Last year, it was over 2,000 books I got out the door and into your hands. So it's been nonstop for me, just working crazy hours. So all the support I'm getting on these projects, the snowballing effect from each project to each project, it's been absolutely legendary. People like, the ones that we have here in the chat who've been supporters nonstop. Lord Crackhead, dude, that guy, he's been, like you said, too, he's back in from early on. There's people who back from day one, my very first campaign, who are still, they're with me along the whole ride, and I can't thank you guys enough. We're gonna make sure this is gonna be just a killer adventure. The stuff I have coming up, a couple of guys here, they know a little bit of what I have in store, including a very, very violent page. I'm going to be drawing out pretty soon. I might give you guys a taste of it. But
I'd be more impressed, Vinny, but I'm just so appalled by how Red Gaze runs his channel. I mean, like, right now, he's got Justin J. Money Show sexually harassing other members in the chat. He's got his nipples right out for everyone to see. and he's not even being moderated or anything. Nothing's
Well,
even
see,
happening.
Okay, see, here's the thing. You're assuming I have a problem.
Free the
with
nipple.
this. Free the nipple. Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Oh, is that where I'm at? Is that who you people are?
We're big supporters of
course.
freeing the nipple.
Yes,
Oh.
you are in a
Yes.
den of
Oh.
debauchery.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh. Oh.
Liam, I was going to say, I paid him really well to start shilling my book, and now he vanishes. Dude, I'm cutting your pay in half.
Draws the line at male nipples.
Mm. Well, I guess we just had that amalgamation of Liam and Risey, bitching and complaining about the gays. So I mean, you can expect no less from.
I don't know where the Risey angle comes in though, because I mean,
I think it's just a poor speech.
yeah, but like Risey's accent couldn't be more Australian. So I guess I get it. It's like someone with a really strong version of the accent. Okay, so I see it now. I'm picking up where the angle is.
It could just be his cadence as well, though, because I've seen how Risey, how he speaks and stuff, and
it builds to a yell,
Right.
inexplicably. You never know where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look who came crawling back.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew you couldn't pass up those nipples. Nipples are nipples, and you're just at the end of the day, you're going to put your mouth on them.
It's because he also heard that I was going to cut his pet. I told him I was paying him good money to shill my book, and then he vanishes.
Yeah, I couldn't stay away. The pirate booty just pulled you back in.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be flipped. I'm on your payroll, right? That's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We don't know each other, Vinny. We've never met you, but I'm paying.
Never. Never. Go to fucking bed.
Oh,
That's a fortunate quirk of English that booty, the old word for loot, has now also become the new word for a big old butt.
Right.
A big old butt.
Anal,
it's very fortuitous.
Yeah. It's all about treasure hunting, my friend. It's all about treasure hunting.
And we know that the boot over in Australia is actually the trunk of a car, but they don't call it a trunk. They say that belongs to an elephant, and we're all fucking crazy. So,
Yeah. Well,
You are.
just hop in the boot and shut up. We're driving.
Get in the boot. We're going to the drive-in.
I got some boot stories for you guys. That so back in the day, I'm sure you remember this. Bancroft, you're of age. It was not uncommon that when you were out of space in the car to throw someone in the boot. You weren't meant to do it, but And if you had a kid, you could just sit them on the ground between your feet and hold on to them.
Yep.
Well, now I've learned, thanks to the wonders of the neighbors, that until kids have to be sitting in a special booster seat now up until the age of 8 years old. 8 years old.
It's much older than that here in Victoria, but we are a nanny state.
What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke.
Yeah. It goes from state to state here. I think some are up to as far as 10 and 12.
It's 12 to 13, but there are height things. So if you get up to a certain height, then after about 8, it probably is 8. If you're at a certain height, then you don't have to. But most kids will sit in one up until about 11 or 12.
Yeah, Liam. See
imagine you're 12 years old. You're 12 years old. Everyone right now, we're all adults. Cast your mind back to when you were 12 years old. You're in the last year of primary school, the year before high school, and you're walking to the front of your car with your folks or whatever, and they tell you got to sit in the baby seat.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. See, my recollection of the age of 12 was I was waiting because at the age of 13, I was then allowed to ride my bike on the road wherever I wanted to. That's the level of trust that was given to me at the age of 13. But I was saying at the age of 12, somebody tried to put me in a baby seat, there would have been problems.
Oh yeah. Well, again,
we go back to farm days. And at 12 and 13, you're literally given your own farm and expected to be a man. You go back to pirate days and you're out there fucking all sorts of horrible shit happening to you, really.
Pillaging.
Yeah, you're pillaging.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, if if Mel and Michael wanted to swing by and pick up Liam to go take him to the beach, you know, that this is why he's having his tantrums, because they had to buckle him into that little seat.
You got a point.
This is where he gets all that anger
We have
from.
a booster seat just for you, Liam.
It's not cool. And I say we need to stop this. Liam is a grown man, and if he wants to ride in the big boy seat, let him ride in the big boy seat.
This is true. This is true.
That's my stance.
Stop standing in the way of my happiness, you know.
Oh, look at that! Hey, let's crack it.
Yeah, we're trying to sit you down in your happiness. Is what we're
Matt,
doing.
you were brilliant as ever earlier with your impersonations. I was laughing very heartily.
He gave that the best pitch, his old Stan P pitch.
Randy.
Stan P.
Well, yeah, on my stream it was Stan P because
it's everything. It's everything but Stan Lee. Importantly,
I don't know who Stan Lee. Oh wait, no, I remember who he was. That was not who he was, Michael.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, definitely not.
Yeah, no, it was awesome though.
Definitely not whoever that guy is.
We might just need to do like a total parody trailer and have him narrate it. I think it would be spectacular.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, well, so you know, just so you are aware, Planet Tobor TV is available for commission for trailers for voice acting and work on them. He's had experience doing that before. He produces quite good content. If you remember, he did the although he did this for me as a freebie when we first met, before he had even met, he did the Xenotype trailer that I absolutely loved, the best Xenotype trailer I had. And he also did a trailer for Matthew Fowler for Prospectors, if you guys remember that. So he's quite good at trailer work, and he is available for hire now if anyone wants to hit him up.
Yeah, do it. You guys, you will not regret it. Matt's just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Yeah. Very talented man now, Matt.
Yeah, Matt is very talented. I got his game on Steam, and I haven't played it through too much just yet, but I'll let you know. It's difficult trying to actually just sit down and do something you enjoy outside of the creative works these days.
Oh, definitely, man. That's the thing. Like, you know, this is the first time I've had free time in about 4 or 5 days. That's why you haven't seen me streaming in over a week, you know?
Mm-hmm. Nice, man. Yeah, it's like I said, it's going to be a big fucking year. Lots of great stuff happening. And we're kicking it off the right way, you know. But yeah, when you guys get to see the other stuff that I have planned for this book, I'm gonna have.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see more. Like I've seen more than most, and I want more.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Even just seeing the new pages on the campaign page that I hadn't seen yet. It's very, very impressive.
Thank you,
your
guys.
work.
60 backers, my man.
That is
Bingo.
awesome. Holy hell.
Keep on fighting, keep on pushing, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
This book is half finished, so you guys know. It's half done right now, so you will not have to, work long. Remember, tell your friends, from the depths we rise, Shadow of the Kraken, it's available now. Got to keep that thing going. See if we can get up to 1,000% on the flexible goal, and then we get like the little spinning wheels and shit for the overtime on the featured tier thing on the Indiegogo.
Hell yeah, and yeah, in case anyone missed it, just to get people psyched up a little bit more, here's something for you.
Pirating is back, my friends. Swashbuckling adventure on the high seas. The stuff we've all dreamed about. Just picture it, guys. Clear blue water with Skull Islands. Waterfalls and jeweled treasure underneath. Whoa.
Think about it, you guys. But
I love
Michael, you posted a video update on the Lucent now. You want to tell us a little bit about how that's gone? What's going on?
Yeah, exciting day yesterday and slightly this morning. I pretty much finished all the new remastered colors that I was doing, and I added in the 4 new pages, which I forgot to mention in the video because that's just how it goes.
Were they four consecutive pages, or were they 4 pages throughout the whole project?
There's 2 pages that are consecutive, And actually, it's more like 4.5 because actually the half of the page before those 2 consecutive pages is new, and then there were two other pages added in, and one of them was a splash page, which I was happy to get another splash page in.
Beautiful.
And it was like the story worked without it, but now it's so much better with it. And
Yeah, well,
it was an
that's-
amount. Yeah, it was an amount that I knew I could handle. We see people add in 20 pages, and it just blows your delivery date.
Don't do it.
Out of the water. So, that's all done. So now, I've got to finish off the inside cover, the back cover, the extra page, the additional pages, and the layout stuff. And then it's going to go to Joe. Joe's going to get out his red pen and show me all the bits that suck. And I'm going to fix all them so that it's, the best that I can possibly make it. We're going to obviously go through all the dialogue and make sure there's no grammar errors or anything. Work a little bit on the narration. Just tweak the story just to make sure it's just the absolute best it can be. And, fingers crossed we can get all of that work done in January so that we can be ready to go to print at the end of January, start of February. So that's, pretty exciting.
Nice, man.
It is exciting. And what's also exciting...
What's Replicator Rob at?
His Corey is last time I checked 50% the way through the.
No. I mean, like on his backing. Like, how far ahead of you is he? Because you guys are pretty close, right? Like with your funding.
In terms of the evil feud, he has he's pipped me on the money, on the dollar amount, but I've still got a good 100 and something backers more than him.
Well, that doesn't matter. How much is he ahead of you on the dollary dues? Like how much?
Probably a couple of thousand at least.
So about $2,000.
I think so. Yeah, just off the top of my head.
So we'd need to sell about, and you're going to be closing out the end of January, like me.
Well, I think I'm going to keep it in demand while I'm fulfilling because I'm printing extras. Yeah. So I'm hoping that when people start seeing the book in their hands, that'll open up a few people who are otherwise unsure about backing a first-time creator, and also hopefully people will really like the book, so that might spur some people on, and then look to close out the campaign as I launch the sign-up page for book 2.
Nice. It's a good idea. Cool. Yeah. So this is Lucent, the Waking Dream. It's a story, if I remember correctly, it's about conspiracy, and I guess
that's the greater story. Yeah, that like because it's an ongoing book. That's what's bubbling under the surface. The Waking Dream is Ella's introduction to that. Well, in the sense like this is the story where she gets thrust into that world. She's, living her life unaware of all this stuff, all this conspiracy and shadow societies and everything happening all around her.
It's very familiar. I remember when I first was launching, when I was first launching Xenotype, we started talking and stuff, and I was like, "There's a lot of parallels between what you're doing here and what I'm doing, like the themes of conspiracy and stuff." Like,
Yep.
So
the
if that's
Black
the sort of
Diamond Corporation, is that what it?
Yeah, the Black Diamond organization. Yeah. It's very interesting. But this is an amazing book, guys. If you haven't checked it out, if you haven't like, definitely give it a look. The landscapes and the backgrounds that Bancroft does are stellar, and those are one of the things that I really pay a lot of attention to. You'll see that Vinny does a really amazing job on them too with Shadow the Kraken. It's another top tier book, so this one has a high recommendation from me. It'll be solid.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this project too. As soon as I saw it, I backed it. Michael's been awesome, a great supporter as well. The work he's doing on this, what he's been doing with his channel. It's so much for so many creators, and it's a beautiful thing. And that's the direction we keep going. Positive. We're going up. We're going above and beyond. We're getting quality out there, and we're making sure that people are going to be very happy with everything that we're doing on this. So, hail, brother, you kick ass.
Yeah.
Cheers,
yeah, hell yeah. And the last time I saw those numbers on your campaign, Michael, it was in Australian dollars.
Right, dude. Yeah, you've been shooting up again. That is. Wait, that came out wrong.
It keeps ticking on, so that's really it's really encouraging, and I guess it's a testament to the sort of the system, of building the audience, putting out consistent content, and trying to entertain the people, and every day, hopefully, you can find someone who hasn't heard about your book, and try and convince them to jump on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and you've been doing a hell of a job getting yourself out there with the streams and that. Like, I don't know how you do it with a family, with your day job.
I have a very supportive family.
Well, he's got a fucking little man shed. Is how he does it.
I do. I'm working right now. Actually, right now I'm making a thumbnail for Vinny coming onto my channel, but I have been working this whole time, so I kind of I try and kill two birds with one stone all the time.
Nice, man. He's very efficient. I like that.
That's right. You got to be efficient.
He's like the only time he lets them in is when he rings his bell and he's like, "I need food now," and they come running to him with food. He's got his family trained. No, okay.
Yeah. Victoria brought in a beer the other day, and she got $18 in super chats for that. So she's like, I could do that again anytime.
He's trained to bring you a beer and your fairy bread in a bucket,
That's right. I need a bell that I can just go ding, 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 and it rings back in the kitchen.
That would just add to the entertainment.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
Hell yeah. But speaking of updates, Liam, would you like to give us an update on Xenotype?
Oh, sure. So Xenotype is at 76,530 Australian dollars, 691 backers. We're about $500-$600 off breaking six figures on Australian, for getting, we're at like $94,000 dues right now. Well, I mean, you guys have seen everything. I'm not on camera right now. I don't have my webcam with me, but I've got the book. It's physically printed. It looks amazing. I'm pretty sure everyone here has a copy. We've got the gold coming like real soon. We're just waiting for them to all be shrink wrapped and packed into the pallets and then shipped to my house. Then everything's going into boxes and we're sending it out soon. So, I mean, that's where we're at. And when we do that as well, guys, sorry for harping on, but when we do that, that's it. She's closed out. So the people that buy it now, you are the guys that get to sell it on the secondary market. If you want to do anything for that collectability, it's not going to be available again. The silver and gold editions end here, So that's what's going on with me, man.
Awesome. Well, that was quick and simple.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, I've been pitching it so long, evolve or die. It's a year of work. It's a year of hard work. Well, it's nearly 2 years of hard work at this point to get everything done and streamlined. It's been a great learning experience regarding, distribution, fulfillment. It's created a lot of opportunities, and I'm thankful to the people who backed us. I hope that you'll enjoy your 200-page phone book of ass-kicking science fiction horror action,
That's what I'm saying, man.
And I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, it's just been so much hard work from everybody. All the projects we've been showing. Dude, I know it's been going into all of this stuff. Scotsman was working his ass off on this.
I saw a panel from Scotsman that you shared, Liam.
Yeah.
He was coloring individual blades of grass.
Yeah, I made him color blades of grass, but
talk about working hard.
And I'm sure he put the sheen on them.
He did.
That's why it took so long. He really wanted it to be the best that he could possibly do. See, he said that when he sort of came on, he promised everyone that it would be the absolute best that he could. So there are a couple of times where I was like, can we take some shortcuts, even if the results are just slightly lower, so that we can get things done faster, so that we can, just get this out and done. And he was like, no, I said that I would do my absolute best. And we talked about it. No, you're right. We should do the absolute best, even if it means we're going to get closer to deadline. But I would have been more comfortable if I finished earlier, but so when you guys are looking at the book, realize every single blade of grass is colored. He took no shortcuts. There was no easy route. He did it all the way to the most professional quality and standard that he possibly could, that we could produce in 2020. So, and I'm grateful to have to have Spartan Scotsman on staff. He's a great guy. And if you're interested in being a comic book colorist and learning what goes into it or learning more about Xenotype and the process, he has hundreds of hours on his channel where he not only teaches you how to do it, but will show you the process from beginning to end. Yeah, sorry.
Man. Scotsman's killer, man. All his work is good. The work he's doing on Sim's book right now looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And I was part of a lot of his streams when we were teaching people how to color and the process of how to do all this stuff. And I gave my views. Scotsman gave his. We had other creators in there. Ink Spots. Sim was in there. A few different people. And I think it's very important. So the people who haven't seen it yet, go to Scotsman TV. 1T in Scotsman. But go check it out because there's a lot of great information, especially for creators who they're a little bit on the fence and they don't know how some of the stuff should be regarding the size of the resolution and things of that nature. And we gave our views on why we do what we're doing and the quality that you get from it. And more proof of that is like in the print quality. Because like I brought mixing to the table and I helped out a lot of people with that. I was telling them too that, you need a certain level in order to get that kind of clarity on things. But
a lot of people think when they're just starting out, like, oh, I'll color it and then it'll print the way that it looks on the screen. And it's like, no, you guys don't understand. What you visually see on a screen and what is actually going to be in the book are going to look very different. Because there's settings that need to be adjusted and all sorts of other stuff. And it's like, you can't just sort of color it and be like, hey, here we go. Like there is a process you need to follow.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, show. So if you haven't checked out these books, check out Xenotype, check out The Lucent for sure. Sunsworn is in fulfillment right now. I encourage everybody to jump on board with that if you haven't yet done so. Man, epic space fantasy at its best. Vinny's art's all over this piece. So is Carla's. We got Lakima Mir. We got some Narwhal in there. We got some a little bit of everybody. Johnny Cage has some work on this. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So thank you everybody for.
Wait, did you say Johnny Cage?
Johnny Cage.
I thought, how's he got time for art with his movie career and everything?
Well, he's a multi-talented individual,
Oh, wow. Well, so you guys know, Johnny Cage was the one that was solely responsible. Well, not solely, I guess, but one of the major deciding factors in saving us from, saving Earthrealm from, the Netherworld recently in the recent apocalypse, the recent Mortal Kombat tournament. He's been dead and returned to life, like all of the greatest heroes of legend, Santa Claus, Jesus Christ, and you can check out his exciting movie career in Hollywood. If you like action or kung fu, check out Johnny Cage.
Definitely do
NetherRealm Studio, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head over there and check him out.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait.
Was that a paid advertisement?
I just like to shill for people that fight for our freedom.
There you go, man. And the fight is real between us. All the creators getting out there. We're fighting against the bullshit and all the nastiness that's there with these projects, with our stories. We're doing what we can. And like you said, man, I cannot wait to get my hands on this project. I got my email, but I'm seeing some people getting them now, and I'm blown away by the quality. The logo itself too, the way it came out on
the logo looked amazing on that photo.
Was that Ryan Magus who did that?
Oh yeah. Ryan Magus added the sheen to the Sunsworn. Looks beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Working on the comic, is going to be launching very soon with Carla Tornielli. I'm sure you all know her. There's going to be a couple
son
other.
Of a bitch! You got Carla to do a whole comic for you?
Shut your face, Lee.
Deal with it and deal with this. So there's that coming very
Yeah,
soon.
so, hey man, I'm gonna take off my YouTuber hat for a minute, and I'm gonna give you a genuine fucking compliment here. Well, everything's genuine, but I mean real talk for a moment. Your updated logo, the way that you framed it with sort of the wing shape and everything, and the subtitle, fucking beautiful, man.
Thank you.
It's a massive improvement. The colors pop really well. Like, did you do all of that yourself, or did you have someone do it, or?
I did most of that myself. Yeah, I got some opinions, and yeah.
No, dude, it's like a massive improvement on your first logo. Not that your first logo is bad, but like it looks really good. And that's the hardest of getting good logo design is a pain in the ass.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
That was
that.
epic trailer.
It was.
Red.
It's gorgeous, man. Fucking gorgeous.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just want to address something that's going on in the chat right now rather quickly. Please do not delete anybody's comments. As long as there's no doxing or hardcore harassment going on, let it go. At the same time, I know there's some people who just love the drama and like to stir up shit, and you're just not going to be acknowledged. So that's how this works for me. But I would ask my wrenches not to ban anybody for minor offenses. That's all. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that and continue.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Focus on what's important, like Shadow of the Kraken that launched today.
Right, man. Yeah.
But do you want to give these people another rundown on what's gone on with this book? Maybe some plot.
We've been talking about it so much. Let's have some fun and do something and come back to it. Just leave it on the screen. We got like how many people are in here right now? You know, we got compared to be a Mike Miller stream. I don't want to be a Mike Miller stream. I want to have some fun.
What are you talking about? We're not doing religious banter here.
I'm trying to say this is fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love the book. I just, I want people to get excited, and I don't want to just constantly bounce from book to book shilling. I found out that doesn't really sell books.
Yeah,
we just had a bunch of cool trailers. So let's like do something else for a little while, and then come back to this.
Well, yes, sir. I didn't realize I was on the payroll.
Yeah, no, I'm the worst. I'm so rude. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. How do I get on the payroll?
I don't know. I must have. I just sort of. I sent you money. I guess. Gotta.
All right, I'll send you my payroll.
Yeah, exactly. Standard rates. You'll
send them hard. Give them the cash. Give them.
No, I'm sorry for being rude. It was out of line of me as well. I didn't realize at the time till I said it. I was like, yeah, this is your show, not mine. I'm being a dick. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I appreciate advice. I always appreciate and listen to advice. And I mean, the fact of the matter is you're correct. A lot of times shilling books doesn't sell books. But
everyone's watching at the moment, as far as I know, has already seen the trailer and stuff. You know what I mean? So
speaking of drama, Unhinged, Jason's recent super chat just now.
And thank you very much for that, Jason. Very much appreciated. He says, did back Shadow just now. Hail Red, Vinny, and Liam. Hail to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Are we seeing a snub here? Am I too good to hail, Jason?
I mean, if we are.
It was
maybe he can't look at you the same way now that he knows about the bulimia,
Yep.
I see how it is, Jason. I see how it is.
The baby killer part, he was okay with, but now you went overboard.
Yeah, I mean, Michael was so offended by that he couldn't even wait for me to get to the super chat.
No, it was staring at me. Look, he's just like ... staring at me like a slap in the face. You don't slap a man, Jason.
Triggered, completely
this is
triggered.
Not cricket.
This is not cricket.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Michael saw this shit and just did one of these. He couldn't wait. He couldn't help himself. It was just too much to handle.
Speaking of slaps in the face, I love that Jon Favreau slapped Kathleen Kennedy in the face again. Yeah, for you guys who, I don't know if you've been watching The Mandalorian and what's been going down, but yeah, I hear that woman is becoming even more irate. That he has so much planned for the Star Wars universe that it's all going in directions that we want it to, and she's infuriated because her new project is falling to shit. The Acolyte, there is so many problems they said on set, and it's so the agenda shit that they're pushing is so blatant and obvious that everyone's just they're flipping out. They want to fire her even sooner.
So, what do you guys think about the sort of the secret backroom, Hollywood creator talk about how essentially the next three movies that we're going to get are going to be about Baby Yoda as an adult, and that Luke Skywalker training Rey and being the way that he was all an elaborate hoax, and he was a force projection the whole time to protect Baby Yoda because he's the prophesied savior of the Force, and he didn't want a Palpatine anywhere near him.
This is getting a little too convoluted. But before we get into that, there you go, Michael. Just to satisfy you, Jason says, and Bancroft. Here you go. Red gets more money
Red.
from me now.
See, I come on your show and I get you another $5. And thank you, Jason. Thank you. Red is he deserves more money.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Oh, by the way, Johnny Midnight, he asked a question. He got intrigued by everything. He says, "We shouted the Kraken. Is it anything like Black Sails, like with the grittiness?" There's definitely gonna be stuff of that. It's one of the few pirate things that I've seen that I'm actually a fan of. I'm going in the direction of like kind of realistic touches to the storytelling and the battles and the location, that type of stuff. So to answer your question, that's a big 10-4. Again, this whole project's going to go in some really cool places. We're looking at 50 pages right off the bat. If we hit the stretch goals, I'm getting closer to 60, maybe 65. But again, there's a lot of good stuff to tell here. The story has been all written out. Those extra pages are going to be like Bancroft was talking about earlier. When you get a moment to have a little bit of extra like splash pages and things of that nature, there's enough room where you could fit in between like a fight sequences to make it a little bit longer, a little bit better. It's going to be stuff like that. So the overall feel of the book is going to be just really, really a treat to read. Like I said, page turners. Every page is going to be like that. The opening alone is going to be one of those holy shit moments. Like, where is this book going to go if that's how you're starting it? I really want people to sink their teeth into it and just have a really fun ride with this. That's my main goal with it is, really good storytelling, cinematic storytelling.
Hells yeah. Well, Lola's out. Thanks for stopping by, Lola. Thanks for moderating the chat there. But we'll just take her a little easier. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you very much. So Mandalorian. That all sounded like what you were talking about, Liam. That sounded a little over the place.
Yeah, because I was trying to summarize. I was trying to keep it real short. Okay, so I'll wind it back.
I think they could just
wind it back. So the word on the street, word in the guilds is that essentially there are writers working on stuff for upcoming projects that revolve around. Now, again, this is all hearsay. This is all hearsay. Don't take my word for it. But the angle that is being sort of pitched now is due to the massive success of Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. The next three films are going to be revolving around Luke Skywalker training Baby Yoda on Dagobah, because for the same reason that Yoda was hiding on Dagobah originally, because Dagobah has a dark force presence on it that is so strong that it can mask force users so they can't be detected. So what essentially happens is to prevent Baby Yoda from getting necked, Luke, and because he's part of the prophecy of the wills, if anyone knows what that is, he takes I won't go into it, but you can look it up yourself. He takes Baby Yoda to Dagobah and essentially has been training him to be the next great Jedi who's to bring balance to the Force. But when Luke learns that Palpatine is in play and that Palpatine has his own plans for Rey and everything like that, he uses a force projection and to basically to that island, and she's brought to him. And the whole reason that he went to kill his student in parentheses and everything is because Luke had already seen the future and knew what he needed to do. So he set in motion all of these things so that no one would know that Baby Yoda was being trained by him on another planet, and the Luke that dies in the film is just another force projection, like in the, like when
That's
he
an
does.
awful lot of backpedaling to explain away all their stupidity.
It is. It basically explains away all the stupidity, and then it spins Rey into a Dark Jedi so that they can then market a whole bunch of Dark Rey toys and stuff like that in the thing, and have the ultimate conflict at the end of the series be between be between whatever the fucking baby's name is.
Yeah.
Grogu and a teenage Grogu or an adult Grogu and
Evil Rey.
and Evil Rey. Yeah. So that's the angle that they're
You know what I want to see?
Apparently Kathleen Kennedy is not happy about it, but the powers that be have decided that money is money, and they want more Luke Skywalker toys, more Grogu toys. And so that's the focus that the next 3 films are going to be going in. And this is what's sort of going through the writers guilds at the moment. And a few other people have talked about it. I will not divulge my sources, but let's just say it's all fan fiction and just pretend. What do you guys think about the possibility of that? What do you?
I think it sounds way too convoluted, and they would be better off just if they did want to retcon it, just ignore the sequels. Just straight up pretend like they never happened.
You know what I want? I want to see the start of the next movie. You're just going to see a black screen, and George Lucas is going to walk on. You can hear his footsteps. There's going to be a big headshot of him. He turns to the camera and goes, "All of Kathleen Kennedy stuff is all bullshit. Ignore it."
Well, the next 3 movies will be overseen by Lucas. That's what all of this is.
Yeah.
This is steering things back, and it's to
Well, what I heard
it was to bring it full circle. It was to the first film will be focused on Luke basically taking the role of Yoda as this sort of weird old man. Well, not as a weird old man, but more quirky than he normally is.
his tweets are weird old man tweets.
Yeah, and as he raises Grogu on Dagobah, and I'm like, what are you gonna do on Dagobah though? You know what I mean? Like, and how much of this is going to be Rey running around and like when her story's pretty much in a full arc already? But
yeah, I don't know about all that stuff because it sounds like they're heavily focused on the TV shows. They have 11 or 12 TV shows in the works right now, including season 3 and 4 back to back of Mandalorian.
Wow, and that's too much though.
Yeah, well, then you have the spin-off with the Boba Fett. There's going to be the one that has like all the Rangers, which I believe is going to be like the Gina Carano-led one. There's a lot that they're doing. Plus, they want to plan more with Luke. There's going to be a bunch of time jumps in the next season for Mandalorian.
As long as they can figure out the CGI if they do another young Luke. Like maybe they need an actor or
I heard about that too. Jon Favreau, he talked about it. I think that they do want an actor, but they didn't want to commit to one yet. Like Sebastian, what's his name? The one who played Winter Soldier.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, I think that they do want to, but because it was such a short scene and they weren't sure until last minute if they were going to add his face. They were thinking about keeping him cloaked the whole time, but they went with the big reveal anyway. I still enjoyed the shit out of it. I don't care what anybody says. I still liked it. But I think going forward, if it's going to be a little bit of a time jump too, there's a good excuse to maybe grow out a beard or something. And, then, Sebastian Stan or something like that. It would work. It would make sense.
Time jump wise, it'll be like the prequel movies with Anakin. But
a little bit.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah. I'm kind of unsure about making Grogu the sort of the whole focus of the series, but I am intrigued by the notion of them finally exploring the wills, the record of the wills. I think that is actually something I'd like to see. But
yeah, well, I think that's probably why they kind of exported Grogu, because I think isn't Luke Skywalker spinoff one of the shows they were talking about?
I think so. I don't know, but I know they say. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Grogu's barely even a character at this point. So,
Yeah, and I've always kind of thought in a show titled The Mandalorian, it should probably be a little bit more about Mandalorians.
He's like the
Yeah.
cutest MacGuffin ever invented. That's pretty much what he is.
Yeah, yeah, because they were limited with what they could do with him. That's why I was happy with how they ended that season. You know, I think there's plenty of story to still tell. It's just
I still haven't seen it. My trust was so broken for the franchise that I didn't even bother like watching the series. You know what I mean? Like Mandalorian. Even though everyone said it was great, I was just like, but they fucked everything up so much.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now because I'm a huge fan of Bill Burr. His story arc was fantastic and more meaningful in about 30 to 45 minutes than Ray Lowe's entire story arc in 3 movies. Like,
He's,
he had more depth, more character.
He personally, the actor, brought huge amounts of just life to that character. It was a very good performance. It was surprising, but not really, I suppose. The guy's
Bill
Burr
is full of energy. He's got that ginger rage
charisma.
in him. He's got that fire.
He's full of charisma.
Yeah, and shit. But he is a great guy. F is for Family is legit one of my favorite shows. Like the first 2 seasons are fantastic. Some of the best animation I've seen in a decade. Just good sitcom fun. But and that's all Bill Burr, you know.
Oh yeah, fucking brilliant all the way around. I know a lot of people do think that Mandalorian is overrated, but like I said, I went into it fresh eyes, fresh ears. I didn't want to hear anyone's influences, and I thoroughly enjoyed what it was because again, it's pretty much it's a western in outer space. It's that type of deal is how it started, and then now, I mean, with season 2, you have they're weaving together back the stuff that I enjoyed about Star Wars. I'm sure many other people enjoy it. That's why
I wouldn't call it overrated. I think it has been heavily criticized, rightfully so. It was a very flawed season. It's a very flawed show, but you got to think of it like this is Star Wars. This is the bit, the massive franchise. It really should be putting all other franchises in their place, and hasn't been, and has just been ground into the dirt for so long. That's why when something comes out that's even a sliver of goodness from it's a massive event, and I think that's why everyone's talking about it and everyone's so excited for it.
Yeah, well, part of it too is just after all the massive disappointment, like that's kind of where we are right now. And like, I'm not one of those people that was thrilled off my seat by The Mandalorian season 1 or 2. Like I think it's good, but especially season 1 had a few episodes that were just kind of obviously filler. But we're to the point now where, moderately okay has become the greatest ever. And I think we need to check ourselves on that a little bit and say, you're doing good, but keep going.
Yeah, like imagine if they could somehow recapture some of the magic from the early 80s, the kind of impact they could have. I don't ever expect that to happen. I, like Liam, went into what was the last one? Rise of Skywalker. And I had no plans on going, but a friend paid for my ticket and said, "Come on, we're going." I went into that so numb, like I was on anesthetics, I actually enjoyed the movie because I didn't care that much. I was like, I don't care at all. I'm like, oh, lasers, and like it was that I was that over Star Wars at that point that I could actually enjoy Rise of Skywalker. It's a good start. Let's you got fans have to keep holding their feet to the fire.
Of course, because again, you have a lot of horrible people that are still in charge of it. Kathleen Kennedy has been destroying it all, and she's very, very blatant about it, how much she hates the fans and everything. So yeah, once they finally kick her, and that's the thing I was going to say before. Yeah, I heard that George Lucas was actually they want to break her contract earlier, and if so, third quarter Lucas would come back in as temporary president of Lucasfilm again until they figure out who they're going to put in charge. And it's like a toss up between Filoni, Favreau, and they said in a third person of George's choosing, but because they don't know how much involvement like Favreau and Filoni are going to have if they're actually going to be like running the main part. They're not going to be as much in the creative side of things, and because it's their show, and you know, pretty much Jon Favreau's writing all the stories. They don't want him to lose track of what they're doing, so that's why they have to figure it out at a certain point. They say.
Yeah,
So,
but I have to agree with Lord Crackhead here. The Journal of the Wills, that whole crackpot idea is terrible. Like, I appreciate George Lucas for everything he's done, but I at the same time I think people put him on this pedestal that he doesn't belong on, because he's got a lot of bad ideas too. And if it wasn't for some of those people surrounding him during the original trilogy, they would have been not quite as great.
Yeah, if
the George Lucas apologists sometimes get on my nerves a bit.
If anyone's seen the first cut of Star Wars before his wife got to edit it, it was awful.
Yeah, her editing skills saved what Star Wars was going to be.
People are talking about who's going to play Thrawn. Yeah, Fassbender would be good. I always thought Mads Mikkelsen would have been a great Thrawn, because he's kind of alien-like with his high cheekbones, and
he's great.
Hold on,
Dude,
Mr. Dongs has a leak, a cutting edge leak just coming in about the future of the franchise with Yoda.
Right here.
Yeah. His sources are telling him that season 2 is when Yoda is retroactively revealed to be as a female to male trans. So,
well, look at
you heard it here first. Thank you, Mr. Dongs. Ever reliable.
Fingers crossed.
Is that going to take place in the Acolyte? Actually, I heard things.
It sounds so courageous and brave, so strong. And brave.
Well, aren't
And
there
stunning,
people?
and
Isn't there a
stunning.
civil war in Lucasfilm at the moment between people who are like, we can't have any more white characters?
Yeah, that Luke appearance really triggered the shit out of those people. I guess some of them didn't know it was coming, and people were very excited to see Luke. And of course, you know, Luke is the devil because he's a straight white male. Can't have that.
We undid all of their hard work. You know what I mean?
They're going to be extra pissed off because they found out that Mara Jade is going to be coming up in future seasons as well. So that's really going to piss them off when they go white straight male, and here's his love interest. Look out.
Yikes.
Mr. Chong's, I don't think CGI is going to help Wilford Brimley at this point.
Unhinged Entertainment says kill Whitey. That's right. Hashtag kill all the white men. It's a very popular NoFX song. I think that is very current for our times. We have to kill all the white men. You know?
I
Does that
vehemently
include
disagree.
gingers, or is that
No,
separate species?
We're separate species.
I see.
We're we're not white.
It's like Lord of the Rings. There's slight differences between the what are they called, the Numenorians or whatever, or the different groups of men, and the elves and the dwarves and.
Yeah, man. Yeah, slightly, dark hair, light hair, dark eyes, light eyes, dark skin, light skin.
Well, wait, then they're going to be extra pissed too, because I heard that they want to bring in another character as well, who's a fan favorite from the video games. Kyle, Red, help me out. What's his name?
Oh, Kyle Katarn.
Kyle Katarn. They want to pull him in, and they have in their talks with Andrew Lincoln from Walking Dead, and he's very, very interested. They said so. It's going to piss them off even more. Another white male.
Yeah. Right now, I think they just need to kind of slow their roll a little bit. But that's I would have said that 5 years ago.
They need to marshal their Urukai properly, because killing all the white men, it's going to be a hard battle, And if we're ever to be free of their tyranny, and if we're ever to live as free men, then they have to succeed in their mission to kill all the whitey. They got to kill whitey.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Well, Katie's out for the night. Have a good night. And
see you, Kate.
see you later.
That sounds an awful lot like she's a whitey sympathizer. I think she
Probably, yeah. You just triggered that.
This message.
So ran another one off.
No.
Who's the only one to have a purple lightsaber? Says Prime Gojira. That is Mace Windu, right?
But Frankie made a point. He said 3 words: pink lightsaber. So I'm sure that's going to happen soon.
I'm actually
Well, yeah.
pretty surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Well, again, we got the Acolyte coming out, so you never know.
Very good point. But yeah, speaking of strong, straight white male characters, check out Shadow of the Kraken if you haven't done so. Please back this amazing book. We want to get Vinny, shoot Vinny to the stars, man, because that's where he belongs. Just going to refresh this again and see where we're at. There you go, man. 3 more backers.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you so
You guys
much.
are the best. You guys are the best. We appreciate your support. Even if you are contributing to the dominance of the white man in society.
Especially if you're contributing to the dominance
the pillaging
of
of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the pillaging of the Caribbean, cultural appropriation. Like, pirates, they're rapists and murderers, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're fun and jolly while they do it. Jolly old pirate.
I've
Jolly
been
soldiers.
180'd. I've been 180'd on this whole thing now.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Like I said, it's time to kick Liam. He's going into territories he shouldn't be going in.
Probably true.
But there is actually there's a few elements, like I said, storytelling wise, that we're going to be touching upon some serious stuff in the book as well. But again, it's just for the purpose of the story. It's not for anything else. It's because I'm trying to do like what they were kind of about back then, right? 1700s. It's not what everyone's crying about now. So yeah, it was a way rougher time.
You have actual grounded conflict and stakes.
Yep, absolutely. Like I said, it's part of the storytelling element.
Who does this guy think he is?
I think I think we've got to take care of Vinny. I think that he's causing problems. He's rocking the boat. Don't you know that you meant they just have vapid, empty, shill content? What are you doing putting out actual hard work, Vinny? You're making us all look bad, Vinny.
Unhinged is right.
Jason's exposing him as well. He says Vinny's just off white.
I am.
No, he's red, white, and green.
I've got 5% black. Everybody knows this. Listen, I can do what I want. Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, well, there you go.
Liam, I am not
certainly an opinion.
Liam, I'm not going to dye anyone's hair blue in this
Such
book.
a nerve.
We're not going to have sexy, massively overweight women in this book. No, they're not going to be the love interest. I'm sorry, that's not the route I'm going. If you like that, go over to Marvel at DC. If you want to know more about that, I have a great parody video on how to draw the Marvel way 2020.
Oh, that's a great video, actually. Yeah, that's funny.
It's all about taking the sex appeal out. The shape was round, and that's the key to drawing.
For too long, we have been denied awkward pear-shaped women and stick-body pretzel girls for too long.
They don't do pear-shaped at Marvel. They do potato sack shape. It's different.
Yeah, and Vinny, I do have a question. Did you just stick with the round figure, or did you go with the multi-layers, like the rolls? Did you put some rolls in there?
She's a little lumpy looking.
Okay, yeah, lumps are good.
Yeah, no, I made sure she had really big calves to hold up all that mass. So,
Yeah, as long as the lumps don't appear on the chest or the posterior, they're good to go.
well, the lumps were more like saggy pancakes going into like a flat kind of potato shape.
Oh, there you go. Like a potato cake.
Yeah, nailed it.
Potato
Any
cake.
sort of lumps that were on the body should be mole-like or tumorous.
Oh my god! Yeah, more tutorials coming.
Mr. Chung says Xenotype has blue hair. The main character's name is Felix Vasquez. His superhero identity is Esper, and yeah, he has blue hair. We're taking it back. We're taking it back in Xenotype. We're taking back blue hair. They can't take that away from us. It used to be cool to have blue hair, be a punk or have your hair be all wild and crazy. Though, just between you and me, the reason that his hair is a different color to everyone else's is plot relevant. So that's one for the detectives.
Oh,
Stop talking so much.
oh,
Yeah.
I like with
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Source. And Planet 2 where he realistic grounded calves.
I thought Xenotype was a robot like Metroid. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Oh, gosh.
Wow, that was very pleasant. Well, on that note, I think we're going to wrap things up here. Don't forget to back Shadow of the Kraken today. Today. Do it now, folks. If you definitely want to back this first week and get your hands on this beautiful alternate cover that Vinny's got here.
Mm-hmm.
Sunsword is in demand. 1 second, Vinny. I'll get right back to you, I promise. It's in demand, fulfilling now. It's not going to be in demand much longer. And look forward to the mailing list for Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance, which will be dropping very soon. The Lucent Waking Dream by our boy Michael Bancroft is also in demand. Get your hands on that. Michael's working very hard on this. He's hired an expert team to make sure everything is refined and beautiful and perfect. So yeah, definitely don't miss out. And 1 more second. And don't forget this blue hair weirdo book. Xenotype.
If you're sick of the white man keeping you down, if you want to finally put an end to all the white man and finally have this world be pure again, without the white devil, support Xenotype. It's that's our target demographic. Apparently, that's what the mainstream's taught me.
That's right. All I heard was white devil, back Xenotype. Do it today. Do it now.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. My character. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you for all the people that did back me, who carried me through this. I hope you guys had some laughs. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And please do take this with you into your real life. Let your friends and other fans, comic book fans know about Vinny's book, that it's out now. Take it off Twitter or Facebook, people that word of mouth. We're grassroots. We're punk rock, ladies and gentlemen. We count on you as much as we're at the desk slaving away to make this stuff for you. But for us to be able to do it, we got to be able to sell it to as many people as possible. And
this is exactly what I was going to say. All the hard work that we're all putting, everyone on this panel, we've been busting our ass doing these amazing books, amazing projects. And we're going to continue to do that, especially into 2021. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who showed up for launch day, everyone who's been backing, 63 backers. But on top of all that, I wanted a special thank you to Red Gaze for all the work that he's been doing, helping me with the campaign, helping me with the actual trailers. I know I've helped them out on a lot of stuff with Sunsworn as well. But that's how we've been doing all this. This is how we've been really kicking ass. It's the support that we give one another. Liam's been a huge support too on story elements too, and just kind of bouncing off some ideas of not this project, but even other projects. Lots of great stuff happening. Michael Bancroft, he's been supportive of so many creators. His channel is fantastic. We're going to be heading over there pretty soon as well.
I got to put the thumbnail up.
Yeah, awesome. And that's a big deal for Bancroft because this whole time he's been struggling with bulimia and all sorts of stuff, and he's still taking time. Really,
just Christmas bulimia.
Yeah, just Christmas bulimia. Sure. Wink, wink.
It's a little bulimia. Just a little bulimia. Just for the holidays.
Just for the holidays, Yeah, no, but and to you guys as well in the chat, all of you guys, seriously, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds of your time is an infinite gift to us, So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and I'm just going to shut up now. But I just want you to know that we appreciate you guys, okay?
Absolutely. One final note. Jason Black says that Shadow of the Kraken has now surpassed Not Daredevil as the top-selling CG book of the year. So congratulations, Vinny.
Finally.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason, for letting us know that. Sorry, Kami Mark. Actually, Kami Mark's going to be on my channel.
He's been walking around like the freaking bee's knees for the last 3 days. 4 days.
Well, fuck that.
I heard that, he might be falling out of a helicopter soon. No, that's just a rumor, But
accidents happen.
We're going to ask him about that. On Tuesdays, come on my show. We're going to ask him about falling out of helicopters. We're going to talk about his heartache after 3 days of being king of January. Not even. I'd say 2.25 days of being king of January. And what it feels like to pass the crown over.
That son of a bitch is selling an Australian version of his book that's upside down.
I heard about that.
No, he's just shipping it upside down.
Can you imagine printing that many books upside down and the extra cost that you'd have to accumulate just to have an upside down book? No,
he's just shipping it upside down. The book is the same, but it's shipped upside down in the package.
Oh.
So
So when we get it, it'll be the right way up.
yeah. So we can read it when we get it. We're the only ones who will be able to read it. That's why it only ships to Australia.
He's a very wise man.
Heck yes.
He thought of everything.
Doing very well, Captain James Biggins. Good to see you, my man. Thanks for stopping in. Unfortunately, we're about to wrap it right now. But thank you, everybody, for coming out today. It's been a great show. We had some fun, had some laughs, and talked some nonsense as usual. But make sure you get out here and check out all these projects. Like Liam said, just get out there, throw your support, share these things around, make sure people know about them. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you to the panel. Thank you to the chat. Peace out.